Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss about the synthetic applications of active methylene compounds, particularly ethyl acetate ester, okay, or acetoacetic ester. So we have seen what are active methylene compounds and how acetoacetic ester is synthesized by Claisen condensation in the previous video. So in this video, I would like to explain you what are the synthetic applications of acetoacetic ester. So mainly it is making use of two properties of acetoacetic ester. First one is acidity of this active methylene group. Okay, as I said earlier, these are highly acidic because of the 2 minus hyphen group attached to here. So salt formation is the first one. So it is readily forming salt with bases. So this is sodium ethoxide and alkoxide base. So this ethoxide will be abstracting proton from here, and this will be bonded pair will be forming a negative charge on carbanion like this. It makes carbanion. So this is enolate ion. Okay, this enolate ion is resonance stabilized. That also I have discussed in the previous video. It is coming like this, and will be generating negative charge over here, and this negative charge will be delocalized like this, and it could be on this one. So this is highly resonance stabilized. So this property of acetoacetic ester is made use of in many of the synthetic transformation. The second thing is that formation of alkyl acetoacetic esters. That means here you can alkylate. Monoalkylation also you can do by removing this hydrogen, and dialkylation also you can do by removing this hydrogen. So as I mentioned in the previous video, successive deprotonation of these protons could be possible, and you can alkylate successively. So first and foremost step would be formation of sodium acetic ester. Okay, so sodium salt of acetoacetic ester will be forming by deprotonation over here. So it will be like this. Okay, in the next step it will be added to alkyl halide. Okay, so here this is now nucleophile, and this is the electrophile. So here alkyl halide, halogen is electronegative in nature, so this alkyl group will be electron deficient. Suppose if it is methyl halide, this nucleophilic carbon will be attacking methyl group, and halogen will be going as NaF. So this is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this is happening like this. NaX will be eliminated. NaX will be eliminated. You will be getting a monoalkylated product like this. Okay. So now in the next step, if you are using again base, this hydrogen could be deprotonated. And again the nucleophilic one will be sodium salt of this one will be generated. This will again undergo second molecule of alkyl halide nucleophilic substitution reaction, and NaX will be eliminated. You will be getting dialkyl derivative. So here both hydrogens are replaced by alkyl group. So you are getting dialkyl derivative. Now by making use of these two properties, various applications of acetic ester is available in the literature. First one is synthesis of monocarboxylic acid. So first of all, the first member of this monocarboxylic acid is formic acid. Here we will be preparing acetic acid from this one. So how this is prepared? When acetoacetic ester is boiled with alcoholic KOH followed by acidification, it will generate acetic acid. Let me show you how this is happening. So this is the acetoacetic ester. If you are hydrolyzing, both sides cleavage will be happening. Okay, this CH2CO bond and this one COOET bond. Okay, so if you, cleavage happens over here, you will be getting CH3COOH, that is CH3CO2H, acetic acid, right? Now after cleaving over here it will be CH2 and one hydrogen altogether CH3, then COOH, okay, CH3CO2OH, and this side C2H5OH, ethanol. So this is these are the products. So here acetic acid, here also acetic acid, and this portion ethanol. So if you are seeing over here in the acetoacetic ester, these two carbons are particularly important. Okay, I will show you what are the importance of this one. So if you are doing alcoholic KOH hydrolysis over here, you will be getting 2 molecules of acetic acid and ethanol. So that's how you will prepare acetic acid. Now next is synthesis of alkyl acetic acid. So acetic acid, you will be having an alkyl group over here. So as I said earlier, this position you will be always getting acetic acid by cleavage over here. So this position you were getting acetic acid. Now if you could transfer or replace this hydrogen by alkyl group, you can generate alkyl acetic acid from these two carbons. Okay, so now we are playing on this carbon. So first and foremost you have to generate this one, sodium salt of acetic ester. In the next step you will do nucleophilic substitution of alkyl halide for the getting monoalkyl derivative, as we have seen. Nucleophilic substitution, elimination of NaX, and you will be getting monoalkyl derivative. Now how alcoholic AH hydrolysis will be happening? Bond will be breaking here and here, right? So you will be getting this side acetic acid and this side RCH2CO2H. See, RCH2CO2. This is nothing but our desired alkyl acetic acid. So 1, 2 here alkyl group. Okay, so how depending upon the length of alkyl group, suppose you need propanoic acid, acetic acid with 2 carbon, propanoic acid means 3 carbon. So here you have to add CH3X. Then you will be getting propanoic acid, CH3, CH2, CO2H. Now butanoic acid means here you have to have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. Let me show you how this is done. An example of butanoic acid. Okay, so first and foremost you have to generate the enolate from acetic ester using sodium ethoxide. Then since we need butanoic acid, we will be getting here only 2 carbons, so 2 more are required. So you are taking an alkyl halide with 2 carbon. So nucleophilic substitution at the CH2 position and NaI will be eliminated. You will be getting ethyl acetic ester like this. Now if you are doing alcoholic AOH hydrolysis, what will happen? Acetic acid, there is no change in this side. Here you will be getting CH3, CH2, CH2, CO2H. See, butanoic acid with 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. Okay. So propanoic acid means here 1 carbon will be less. Methyl iodide you can take or methyl bromide. Okay, like that. So accordingly you have to plan where you have to have the number of carbons. You have to decide that one. Accordingly you have to take the alkyl halide. That's how you are preparing monocarboxylic acid. Now if you are having a monocarboxylic acid, if you want to prepare with a dialkyl acetic acid, what will be do? First and foremost you will prepare this one only. Then what you have to do? Dialkyl acetic acid means here you have to have 2 alkyl groups. For that you have to do dialkylation. First monoalkyl derivative you will be preparing, as I discussed earlier. Then dialkyl derivative you will be preparing. If you are preparing same alkyl group, you can do in one step itself, or different alkyl derivative means you have to do successively. Okay. Now this dialkyl derivative, if you are performing alcoholic AH hydrolysis, this side always acetic acid and this side you will be having RRCH2H like this, dialkyl acetic acid. Now R group and R dash group you can plan accordingly. Suppose you want CH3 over here, here you have to take methyl halide. Here if you want propyl group, you have to take here propyl halide likewise. Okay, accordingly you have to plan the alkyl halide. Now for example I have taken a methyl propanoic acid synthesis, 2 methyl propanoic acid synthesis. So R and R group, so both are methyl group. Okay, R and R dash are methyl group. So here you have to dimethylate first. Okay, so that I am doing in single step. Okay, 2 molecules of methyl bromide. You can successfully do also in one pot itself, it will happen, because since it's the same thing. Okay, so dialkyl derivative you are getting. Next is alcoholic AOH hydrolysis. So this side always acetic acid and this side you will be getting the desired 2-methyl propanoic acid plus ethanol. That's how it is doing. Now synthesis of dicarboxylic acid. So in dicarboxylic acid, first and foremost is the formic acid. Okay, with 2 carbons. Second one is malonic acid. CH2 CO means CO2H CH2 CH2. Here the one methylene will be missing, CO2H CH2 CO2. That will be malonic acid. We have seen malonic ester, active methylene compound, right? So third one is with 4 carbons. This is succinic acid. So if you are seeing over here, you can have 2 carbons from active methylene compound. This portion we have to introduce. So this also like you have to get from active methylene compound, right? So that is why you have to take 2:1 ratio of something. So what is that? Let me show you. So active methylene compound, you are taking this one. You are preparing enolate. That one you will take 2:1 ratio with iodine. This 2:1 with the ratio iodine means this will eliminate 2 NaI, and there will be bond forming over here like this. Now what was this purpose? Because if you are doing alcoholic KOH hydrolysis, here cleavage will happen, here also. So 2 acetic acid molecule, here also ethanol, 2 molecules of ethanol. The remaining portion 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Succinic acid, OH will be there. So let me show you. See, this is how. CO2H, CH2, CH2, CO2H. So desired succinic acid is prepared. Okay. Now if you want one more CH2 over here, then you have to introduce here a CH2 group, right? Here you have to introduce a CH2. So accordingly you have to take halogen compound over here. Let me show you how this is done. So the next member is glutaric acid with 5 carbons. Okay, so first and foremost this is a step, and 2:1 ratio of compounds are taken. This is in the ratio 2 equivalents, and 1 equivalent we need 1 methylene group in between, right? So what will happen? This will first attack methylene iodide and replace 1 iodine, and this also attack the same to replace the second iodine. So you will be getting a bridge over here. Next step is simple alcoholic KOH hydrolysis, right? So you will be getting CO2H over here, CH2, 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 CO2H. So you will be getting corresponding glutaric acid. Okay, this is how it is done. Now synthesis of adipic acid. Adipic acid means it's 6 carbons. So that means the spacing you have to increase. For that also we need 2 CH2s over here. For that you have to take 1,2-dibromide. This is ethylene 1,2-dibromide. So first one 2:1 ratio. This will be attacking CH2, NaBr will be eliminated. This will be attacking this CH2, NaBr will be eliminated. So here you will be getting CH2 bridge. Now the last step, alcoholic KOH hydrolysis followed by acidification. So you will be getting 2 molecules of acetic acid, 2 molecules of ethanol. This side here CO2H, CH2, 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 CO2H, adipic acid. Next is synthesis of alpha beta unsaturated acid. How this is done? So this is a functional group. Functional group attached carbon is called alpha carbon. This is beta carbon. This is gamma carbon. Like that. So alpha beta, double bond is between alpha and beta carbon. So that is why alpha beta unsaturated acid. So this is protonic acid. So as I said earlier, these 2 carbons are coming from active methylene compound, right? So here if you are seeing that active methylene is having double bond over here. So it is condensing with something, right? So condensation means if you are condensing with CH3CHO, if it is acetaldehyde, water molecule will be eliminated and you will be getting this one. So if you are cleaving over here, this side active methylene compound, here you have to take an aldehyde. That is how you have to plan. So condensation of acetoacetic ester with aldehydes or ketones in presence of pyridine, followed by our last step. You will be getting corresponding alpha beta unsaturated acid. So let us see how this is happening. So as I said earlier, these 2 carbons are this alpha and beta. Alpha, beta. This is alpha and beta. Now here double bond will be forming. Okay, beta carbon. This one. Now in presence of pyridine, water elimination. Okay, no vinyl condensation, so type of reaction will be happening. Okay, you will be getting this one. Now you are doing alcoholic KOH hydrolysis. So here acetic acid This side CH3 CH2, sorry, CH double bond CO2H. Okay, this is happening. You will be getting protonic acid. See, alpha beta unsaturated acid. This is the third application. Now fourth application, I would like to tell you about the synthesis of beta ketonic acid. So previously we have prepared double bond over here, right? Now at the beta position, carbonyl compound. So these two are from active methylene compound. This is the other partner that we have to take. This is the nucleophilic one. Electrophile, you have to take a ketone with a leaving group. Here there should be a leaving group. Okay, how this is done? So reaction of sodium-acetic ester with acid halides is happening. So see, this is our sodium-acetic ester. It is treated with acid halide. This will be attacking carbonyl carbon. O- will be forming. O- will come back. Fluoride will be eliminated. You will be getting this CO group attached over here. See, CO, CH2, CH3. CO, CH2, CH3. Now our alcoholic KOH followed by acidic hydrolysis. Since the product is keto acid, you will be getting 3 keto pentanoic acid. See, 1, 2, 3. Third position keto group. So 3 keto pentanoic acid. Okay. Alpha beta. See, this is a functional group, carboxylic acid. This is alpha carbon. This is beta carbon. Likewise. These are the some applications of acetic ester, and few more applications I will show you in the third part.